So I made a TikTok video this morning, something about like, if your truth changes, does that mean you were wrong? I just want to elaborate on that on this, just because I don't know. For some reason, that's a very intriguing question to me, and I think the answer is like no. I think that it's all based on perspective, and your perspective is what is kind of the foundation for your belief systems in a certain period of moment that help you kind of navigate the world as you know it. So that those truths, your truths, were right for you in that moment. That's what helped you survive, just get by with whatever you're doing. And then, but as you grow or as you evolve and make changes in life and just go different directions, or enhance yourself, or however, whatever, your truths will almost fundamentally change, to meet that, especially if you have a desire or a direction that you are intended to go, kind of like deep down inside, and you're trying to push through some barriers or shift a little bit or something. They're definitely going to be destined to change. But what's more interesting about this is, so I do business consulting, and I actually like business consulting, mainly because of the aspects of business really just roll into the aspects of life, and just more in a more tangible way, a mechanical way. But what I've come to understand, it's just like business. Like as a business grows, the truth changes. And truth in the business is the processes and the methods and the behaviors and the things that worked can change. It doesn't mean everything changes. It doesn't mean it all changes, but it does mean that as the business is evolving, there might need change. There might be room for change. So I think that's a good place in the real world that kind of exemplifies this concept that I'm talking about. So, any good business owner knows, especially if they have a large vision, that yourself and your culture has to be equipped to welcome change, and therefore your truths need to be malleable. Because there's going to be opportunities, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be shifts in organization and size and personnel and systems and technology that you've got to learn to adapt to in the marketplace, on how you find your business, how you're niched, your target audience, like all that can change. And I think as long as you're evolving and expanding your horizon on that which you wish to achieve, or the goals, or just whatever target you're going after, and this is anything in life, whether it's just getting to the end of the week, whether it's just getting to the end of the month, whether it's growing by the end of the year, or growing every year, or have some big 30-year plan. There's definitely, the more I think adept you are to be open to change of everything, change of truths, change of belief system, change of perspectives. It doesn't mean you have to adopt it all, but just the fact that if you can open your mind to like legitimately consider everything from like an observatory standpoint without being attached to anything, I think that's where you will find the truths and the opportunities that work for that moment. But if you're not open to it, and if you just say you're open to it, but you're already kind of shut off or skeptical before you even go into an idea, then it makes it that much harder to find a solution, or find the movement in that direction, just because that's how our brains work. You have analysis paralysis, or you will look for the reasons to stop you. So Anyway, I've been ranting for a while now, but I don't know, that's a super interesting concept to me. I love like deep diving into concepts. I love deep diving into how life and the blueprint, design and everything, like coincides with business or correlates with business rather. So excuse the bumps, I'm driving. This is probably dangerous. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but so I guess I'm on a roll. Have a good one. Peace.